Welcome back to the CMP podcast. Today we'll be talking about Jujutsu Kaisen, Spy Family, and Shangri-La Frontier. I got Moet, Mace, and Chimpak with me today. Let's kind of talk a little bit about the Jujutsu Kaisen. How y'all felt about this episode? I know Moet had some.
Chimpak?
He had some problems with.
Chimpak?
He came into the chat, guys. Let me tell you something. Remember, this is the Mr. Moet. So remember, your comments, put his name there. The Mr. Moet came into our chat and was like, "I'm tired of these tropes, man. I'm just tired of them." Can you go a little bit into detail what you mean about that, Moet?
I would have preferred if Chimpak started, but um,
I love JJK.
please go further into that, please.
Yeah.
Please, I'd rather
The action sequences. When you think Yuji's down and out, here comes Todo Aoi coming out of nowhere and just having hallucinations of a fight that's happening, like giving him a thumbs up. Big booty girls, Jennifer Lawrence.
Wait, is this a positive or a negative?
Yeah,
No,
I
it's
can't tell.
positive.
I can't tell by the way you're talking.
It's positive. It's positive. It's
Not
positive.
positive?
That was
He's giving a thumbs up. Intergalactic
negative?
thumbs up.
Yeah.
Negative. The one negative of the episode was when they were in the train and they were like crying, like, "Oh my god, my friend's dead." Like, okay, dude, like you should have done something about it.
Well, you see,
I actually like that
Nekomaru
part.
was a very important character because he's the one who kind of made this whole arc happen. So it was very fitting that we get to see his death for the 15th time and how that
For the
affected.
15th time.
No,
That sounds like it doesn't sound like it's fitting to you. It sounds
no. After we
sound
saw
that
it 3 or
way.
4 times where his little guys blow up, and we're like, "Oh, is he out? Nah, he's not out yet. He came back."
Nah.
And I can't wait for next episode to have another Nabara flashback. Just repeat everything.
Am I useless?
Yeah.
Are these the steps I need? Yo, just get. Nobody cares about you. We just want to see these two people fight. I do like the I thought the little intro was actually really nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I loved it.
I would have loved that before she died,
Or
as
even
like a little
after.
thing, yeah. Well, it technically is after, right?
Yeah.
But like it's a new episode, but she's already dead, so it's like there's nothing. She's already dead, right? So it's like, why are you giving me this memory for this?
And she's not dead.
But I really have to understand what's his name? Gigi? What's the writer's name?
JJ?
Whatever. I really have to understand what he wrote, where he did what he did. It was just really to show that Yuji is just so damn useless all the time, killing people, bro. That's all he's doing. That's all he's doing this whole time. I'm so glad that a really good character showed up to save him. But Moe hated that trope, though. That's what he was telling us. What you think, Moe?
Okay, so
Mm.
so I hate this because I didn't even say what I hated. I didn't even say, but it's being thrown into my mouth. Pause.
Yeah.
But
So you're not defending yourself, though.
but that's because I was trying to hear what y'all was saying first, so that way I could, But anyway, the part that I didn't like, since I'm being forced into this corner, the part that I did not like was the whole. It wasn't even that part. It was the whole. Me and you are the exact same. I hate when villains do that, bro.
I know.
We are nothing alike.
Yeah.
I'm nothing like you. I hate
Oh.
that bullshit.
I
But
don't know,
they're
man.
two, they're
I
two
agree.
sides of the
Have to
same
be every
coin. Like
anime.
this guy, you
I-
have to save everybody. This guy, you got to kill everybody. It's like
But I mean,
Jekyll
he's
and
not even,
Hyde.
he's not even
No.
doing his side right. He's killing so many people. He killed so many people, whether voluntarily or not. His body killed so many people. Like, honestly, they're
that's
the
not
same
fair
people.
though. You can't do that. That's
So
not
shoot,
fair.
if I'm talking to Yuji, I just call him Sukino, like whatever his name. I just I call him that name. I'm not even talking to him no more. Like, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to inside you.
That's what little kids do in elementary school.
They
Just make up random
massacre
names.
people? That. Okay, that makes more sense. I used to do that.
Yeah,
There was a
whatever.
guy, I forget his name, but I used to call him Alfonso for like the entire school year. And to this day, I don't remember his real name. But in my head,
That's
it's called-
Travis.
It could have been Travis, but I kept calling him.
No, I'm
Alfonso.
talking about Nick Nom. I'm talking about my Travis.
Nick Noms.
My Travis. But the girl, right? Her whole death is supposed to be there, but then we see the blonde, is it blonde? Blonde dude?
Yeah.
Come through and be like, yo, her heart not beating, but don't worry, I'm gonna take her. It's not 100% she'll die, which means, all right, cool. So she alive. Then,
She's definitely alive.
yeah, she definitely alive. So I'm glad we got that backstory even more now. It really
Yeah,
does.
I'm so
It
glad.
gives us death for her character for a later season, which I think is
So
the
it
correct
actually
way.
makes sense
It
now.
is.
So
Yeah,
it
Yeah,
actually makes sense.
it gives us
yeah.
death for a character for a later, which I think is a good way to put a character. So that way, next time when she dies, I can feel something.
Or when she doesn't die and she stays alive and she like continues
Oh,
working
you're back.
the rest of the story.
Well, that Tokyo stuff really mattered now, huh?
Like I don't get this. I still don't get this. Yo, how are we hating on one character?
Whoa,
No,
whoa, 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 whoa! I never used the word hate.
I mean, if
No, you
she's
just
alive,
feel it. You might not use the word. You just feel it in your heart.
Look, all I know is my favorite character showed up,
my brother,
and my brother.
my brother.
I like when he just fights. Like the clapping is just so freaking funny. Like this guy's about to punch me. Clap.
Bro.
So fire. I don't. But you weren't a fan of Mekamaru, Moe? Like showing up and all that. I know Chipak didn't like that part at all.
Yeah, that's what Chipak mentioned. He said he didn't enjoy that part.
Why
I
didn't
don't
you
really
like that
care.
part
I don't
too?
mind sentimental parts, honestly. Like if they wanna bring up I to begin with, I didn't like Mekamaru being alive and having 15 ghosts all over the spot. But
Mm.
if he's gonna have 15 ghosts all over the spot, let's just do it big, right? Let's have him everywhere. Let's have him talk to everybody. Let's get some real sentimental
Bro,
moments going.
I feel
And
like
let's
they're
do it
really
up.
just trying to get people to forgive him, bro. I feel like that's what the writer's trying to do. He's like, listen, yes, he sold
Yeah.
it out, and this all started, but forgive him now
Why can't he be
because
forgive though?
he's still alive. Cause he dead, bro. He already did it. I don't care about this ghost of a shell coming in and telling me I did it for ya. I did it for ya. Nah, bro. If you did it for me, look, do your whole plan, but also tell us as well as a secret double agent, so that we will be there and actually stop them before everything happens.
But y'all didn't wonder like why the other school didn't show up for the fight or anything like that?
No, I could barely keep
No,
track of everyone
not
that's
at
on
all.
screen right now.
Not at all.
So this was
Zero.
supposed to be the big Shibuya incident, right? This is what the show was leading up to at the very beginning. And then the whole other school doesn't show up to help. What they call everybody in, the whole other school doesn't show up whatsoever. And nobody wonders like why? Like
Well,
this was the
they-
whole thing.
I mean, to be honest, bro, besides Mekamaru saving them, or they could have just said they busy, like they doing another mission somewhere else. I wouldn't been fine with either. They do that all the time in anime. Oh, they were called away. They couldn't be here. Oh no, the Okage couldn't be here. He's busy signing papers. Like, bro, you could give me some BS excuse. I don't need this, personally.
But that's the classic trope bullshit that I'd be tired of. Like, and it still kind of happened here.
This is
but
exactly
at
what it
least
is.
I
He just
under-
gave us more story. He just
At
gave us
the
more
very
story.
least, they tied it in with the Mekamaru shit.
Well, no,
So I
they,
kind of understand it.
didn't they already talk about it though? Remember like the ping pong scene when my brother was like fighting with whatever the girl's name was, and the girl's like, you know, you can't accompany him on this mission, right? Because you recommended him. So I just assumed, okay, well, he's not allowed there, and everyone in his year is like in the same team. So like, I didn't even think about Mekamaru doing something about that.
I mean, also Mekamaru kind of did the same thing Nanami did, because Nanami was like, "Hey man, you gotta be this level to be here." To Nobaro.
He did.
Nabara, yeah. And look at my boy Nanami right now.
Dead as fuck.
Super.
Yeah,
Super
well,
dead.
I mean, come on, bro. He had to fight back to back to back. Curses.
It's true.
Come on.
He didn't even have a fight at the end though.
I mean, come on. What do you want him? Like,
He was
I mean,
half dead, Moe. Have some sympathy.
He had the two last opponents he ran into, he didn't even fight them. He just got blown aside.
What do you mean the last? No, he fought the herd.
well, one of them was a sucker punch.
We're not talking
Yeah.
about her.
when there was a
And
sucker,
there's
it
no
was-
sucker punches in fights.
it was a
There's-
guy. It was a dragon that got awakened. Number one, which is
You
crazy.
can't say there's no sucker punches in
There's no
fights.
sucker
bro.
punches in fights.
If
Number
I walk
two-
up to you
number
and
two-
you're going up to me for a hug and I punch you in the face, I'll be like, "There's no sucker punches." In
I should have
fights.
knew. I should have felt your bloodlust. I should have felt your bloodlust.
Oh yeah,
You
you're
should've
right.
felt the
You're right.
bloodlust.
Well, I was condensing it. I was hiding it.
That's not me.
What, the second you look at me and you see my face and you see me breathe out through my mouth like slowly,
Like-
that's when you should have known it was
it's all
coming.
the pop.
Dude, there was a kid in our neighborhood when we were younger that used to terrorize us, man. Like he didn't live in the neighborhood, but he would come occasionally to we had like a park and a basketball court, and one of my friends was just swinging, and this kid just walks up. He's like 2 years older than us. He walks up to my friend. He says, "Yo," and sucker punch him in the face, and then just runs away.
How
He was
many times
crying.
does that happen?
to the kids in our neighborhood, probably
Yeah.
like 5 or 6.
So how come all the kids in your neighborhood didn't jump him when he came?
Because
So
he's older than us, and
okay, he's 2 years
he
older,
did
but
he
if you
did.
add 10 kids, right, your guys are at least 40, right? Like
Well,
versus
we're
7.
not like all always going to be together at the same time when he happens to be in our neighborhood. Like
That's
this is
smart.
You don't have each other's backs. Come on, bro.
Look, man,
Sniper status.
in my, I think y'all should have just looked out for your own. I think y'all should have been ready. You should have sensed his bloodlust, chimp. I think that was your problem.
we don't know when he's gonna come to our neighborhood. Like,
You should have
You
sent
should
him
have had
out.
someone sitting out at the edge of the park,
listen,
being
we're
like,
not.
"Cuckoo!" and
I
he's
didn't know
coming.
that there was actually 2 of them. He had a homie as a lookout, and when
Yeah,
he
it's
saw
like
that it was
like
clearing out,
every time he jumped somebody, with a sucker punch, like he always had a homie with him too.
come on.
Damn.
I already know how that goes.
I guess the lesson is, where the hell are your parents?
What
Like,
Chipek don't know is that was actually me. I was going.
well,
Yeah.
No,
if that happened
but
to my kid, I'd be walking back. I'd be walking down, head down, hands in pockets, stick my leg out when he running back home, just casually, and just keep walking as he hit his face in there. That's it. Because you can't hit him.
Because what if his dad? What if his dad like big too?
So he come back to me. I'd be like, "Yo, I'm sorry," and sucker punch him in the face because you can't. He should have sensed my blood. He should have sensed my bloodlust.
okay.
He should have sensed my bloodlust.
But what
His
if he
dad
blocks?
Kurt Angle
What if he
fucking
blocks?
suplex you through the cement.
Yeah, but luckily I came with other adults ready for this.
That's smart. That's actually smart.
You bring Chimpack, and then he's like, "Yo, is that you, Chimpack? I used to punch you as a kid." It's his bully.
Bad time.
bad times. I actually never got jumped, by the way. Never got jumped.
That's good, man.
Luckily,
Cap.
My-
This big cap.
that's not a cat. Like, what are you talking about? Oh, one time I instigated. Is that the right word?
Sure.
Sure, yeah, baby.
Baited. Yeah. Anyways, this kid, he was like a year or 2 younger than me, and then he started throwing rocks at me. I was like, "What are you doing?" And then he goes home, and then he gets a knife, and I'm like, "Hey."
Oh.
Then I ran away. I was like, "Hey, bro, it's not this serious."
What do you mean instigated? It sounds like he was standing on business.
Yeah.
It'd be like that sometimes. Sometimes you
Standing on
gotta do
business. Standing on business after he's attacking me.
Yeah, and then you tried to say, "What are you doing?" And he showed you what he was doing.
Listen, you throw rocks, like that's fine, like, but don't throw knives, bro. And come on.
Do the same thing. Just more
Yeah.
when it's a more refined version.
Yeah,
Mm.
I'm standing on business.
I remember it was like Halloween. I was walking with me and my friend from across the street and his sister and my sister. We were walking to the grocery store. Some dude who was clearly drunk, and I was younger. I was in the teens, like low teens, and was clearly drunk. Was trying to talk crap. Came up, kept instigating, kept talking, whatever. We walked over there, saying a bunch of foul stuff. We walked over there, walked back, and then he was like, "Yo, come out again, and I'll get you." So I went in my house, and we had I got a wrench, and I was wearing a long sleeve. I got a wrench, put it underneath my arm, and I literally held it underneath my arm, like hidden. So that way, and I was just chilling outside, waiting for the guy to come back, so I could slap him across the face with it if he tries to do something. He never came back. He was lucky.
I've heard
you
New
were
York is
lucky.
dangerous at Halloween.
Yeah, it's pretty dangerous. I was a kid though. I was like 14, 15. Like,
It's- Kind of reminds me of the Shibuya incident.
yeah, and it literally, yeah, I could have been fine if I just called Gojo and told him ahead of time. But I mean, that kid wouldn't have gotten away with it anyway. There was a bunch of us in the neighborhood, all waiting for if he came by.
You all had wrenches.
I mean, I had a wrench. I don't know what other people had, but I was serious about protecting myself.
Chipek was ready to just watch everybody in the neighborhood get knocked out. Didn't try to lead no group or nothing.
I mean, what do you want from me, bro?
I wanted you to lead a group, people.
Yeah,
It's this
what I'm
guy.
saying. I get
All,
it.
I need them all to pick up things and look very menacing. A brick, a rock, a stick.
Right.
Because that might not sound that menacing, but when you walking at somebody with 10 people holding something, you don't even got to hurt them. You just got to warn them.
You ever seen the Salem witch trials?
Well, no, I don't think we got to go that far.
I've never seen
Personally-
it myself, but I've heard the stories.
I know Chipek was there. He saw it.
That's crazy. I'm not jam bad.
It's wild.
Ooh.
That's true.
So,
Jim was there for the dinosaurs.
Jujutsu Kaisen. I like when they father son Kamehameha. Thought that was pretty cool. Whatever the hell
What?
they were doing. When he launched him at him, when he launched himself at him.
Father, are we on the right anime?
Yeah, we're close.
Okay.
Where he was like, "Oh, I cannot let Yuji, I cannot let you overcome me, surpass me. I told you to surpass
surpass me.
everybody else." And then he's like, "What is that? Black Fist?
Black Flash.
Black Flash.
Black Flash."
This whole
Um,
anime is just tropes now. I mean,
Yeah.
it really is. It's all tropes now. Like it's scream at the dude and make him power up. If I scream, I power up. I'm just watching. This is just Dragon Ball. I mean, it's cool. I like Dragon Ball. It's
Yeah,
actually
like-
worse Dragon Ball.
I like when the fake train had train noises.
It was just some kid saying choo choo.
Yeah.
You know what I get tired of? Stop trying to save people that are near you when you're running. Like it's been like 4 different episodes where he just transmutates them. Just acknowledge the fact that they're gone, and keep fighting.
But what if they weren't? And then like you have to live with the fact that you could have saved them, but you were
There's nothing you
somehow-
could do. They're pieces. He can't save them. He already killed so many.
You're
He
right.
wasn't even awake.
It wasn't him though. Come on.
That was him. No responsibility. Could
It
have
was
gave himself
Sukuna.
up. Could have gave himself up.
Yeah, could have locked himself up with all that.
I need
As
him to
Big
eat,
Shot-
I need him to eat like 2 more fingers and just. I need him. The other guy as the main character.
As Big Sean famously said, "Don't save her. She don't want to be saved. Don't save her."
Hmm.
I
That is
think
true.
in this situation they do want to be saved. They just can't be saved.
I think there's
She don't
2
want-
episodes
she
left
don't
for
wanna
the
be
season,
saved.
by the way.
2
So
or 3.
that means that Mahito definitely dies.
Sure about that?
We got 3 episodes, yeah.
Yeah, I'm positive. I want to see what's happening with the fight downstairs, though. The
What's
girl,
downstairs?
With Meme.
yeah, with the
Oh, yeah.
there's- yeah. I want to see what's going on with that.
Oh, that doesn't matter.
Oh, that don't matter.
It definitely doesn't matter. Look,
Oh,
look
that
at the
don't
track.
matter.
Look at the track record with all
Okay,
the women in the show.
Wait, May matters, but not Nobara.
Wait.
Wait, huh?
Moet. Why do you care so much about Nobara's death when you're?
She's
you're
a main character.
No, but you were just talking about it, like how you don't like all these tropes, but like her death was definitely a trope. Even if it was a fake out death,
I
it
don't
was
think she
still a
should have
trope.
died. I don't think she should have died, and she's not dead. I don't think she's dead right now either.
Well,
She's not dead. They gave another flashback into it's not 100%. Like, all right, sure, she's not dead.
No, they basically confirmed she's not dead. When Homie came through and he was like, "Don't count on her being alive." That means count on her being alive.
She don't got her heart beating, but don't worry about that. I can fix her.
Wait,
And
wait,
my
yeah.
heart beat fast, and I want it to last. I need you by my side.
Appreciate
Basic.
that.
That was pretty good.
You know who I like as a villain?
Who?
Mahito.
Mahito?
Besides him talking, I just like him messing up people. That's a real villain.
So
Yeah.
I heard a lot of people say they like the voice acting in this episode. It was pretty good, but like I didn't like Mahito screaming at my ears.
I hate that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty cringe.
I was like, if this is in English, I 100% would hate it, and in Japanese, like usually I like that sort of stuff, but like I didn't like it there.
I like that they can see their HP bars.
It was literally watching. It was like watching Black Clover all over again.
Ah,
Ah,
you get used to it though.
Mata.
It's like my
No,
soul is
but-
down to 40%. It's like I'm
At
almost
least in
torrent.
Black Clover, it always happens.
Yeah,
This just came out of nowhere.
it did.
I'm laying in bed trying to watch the show, and I got to deal with this Nick just screaming his head off. Like, bro, chill. It's not that serious. And then he's screaming the bullshit about how we're the same. Nigga, I'm nothing like you. Have you seen yourself in the mirror? Bro, you
That's-
ugly as fuck.
That's crazy.
Mm.
yeah. With that analogy, you can like apply that to anything.
I hope in the next episode we got don't call yourself innocent. Look at the blood of whatever and of your allies on your hands. This is all your fault type of thing. I'm
Is
gonna
this
need
the
that.
title?
No, I'm just telling you what I hope
I'm gonna say that
happens.
shit long as fuck.
Yeah, I'm just telling you. I say I hope Mahito says that. That way this dude freaks out again and he has to get punched back to reality.
Well, no, I don't want him to go back and forth on this. At least not right now. He's in the middle of a fight. Like if you get distracted in a real fight for like 5 seconds, it's almost. over.
How many other things can they detract from this fight? They got 2-3 episodes left, right? So they're gonna go back to the nurse people, like that girl, the smoking
Yeah.
girl, and
Yeah.
they're gonna go back to that. They're gonna go back to let me kill myself. I'm about to die in a fight. Megumi, right?
Yeah.
Dude, I've seen so many memes
out
of
of
that now. They're all funny.
It's all true though.
Just one minor inconvenience. He's like, man, what was it? Let Maharanga ring.
Yeah, that's my nigga. That's my nigga, bro. That's
You know.
swag if you think about it.
It is swag. It is so
That's
swag.
That's dedication right there.
Like yo, shit ain't going good right now. I'm finna end it, bro.
Imagine.
Chill, kid. Nah,
Dude's at the
I'm
grocery
finna
store,
end it.
and some 12-year-old girl like picks the last can of soda that he's reaching for. He just
Led
chugs
by
it.
Ronga
He just
Ring.
chugs it.
I guess we both died now.
That's swag.
This dude's like Gara in a sense. Like everything's already out to kill him.
Early
Like,
Gara.
Yeah, early. Yeah,
Yeah,
literally.
early Gara.
Just reminds me of him so much.
Can we be honest about these fight scenes?
Mhm.
Okay.
They're garbage. Let's be real.
This one,
Could
no,
be
this
real.
one had some really good action sequences.
It's literally a blur.
Yeah, it's hard to watch.
It's literally
Like-
just a blur.
Except maybe like the astral punch. That's astral punch.
The best part of the fight scene is what Joey was talking about when he turned a monster into a train.
Yeah, they were
Oh,
running
okay.
on
That's
the
the
train.
best part of
It
the
was
fight
like,
scene when he hit the train.
Yeah.
Like everything else is literally just the lines behind him showing how fast they're moving.
I like the part where he threw him in the elevator, and then they both realized he's going upstairs, and they both started just running upstairs, like just knowing that he was going upstairs.
I mean, that's okay.
They just knew that he was gonna stay up there.
They're going up because they're at the bottom floor, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
they
the elevator
said
going to go
synergy.
one direction.
It would have been funnier if when the door opened, they just stepped in on his left and right. I like that his power to transmutate people doesn't work all the time. Cause like me, I mean, I get it doesn't work. They're bad matchups, right, for him.
Bad matchup.
Like, guy like me,
Yeah,
he
I
doesn't
I
work
like how he
all the
says, "Oh, they're a bad matchup," and he's like
Yeah, he says,
undefeated.
yeah, he says I'm down to 40% health and stuff like that. Like I love it. That guy has 70%. And that guy's at 100%. Oh,
He can see your soul.
you can see your health bars. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy because Joey does the same thing in Pokemon.
I do.
Wait, what do you mean his transmutation doesn't work all the time?
It doesn't. If it did, he'd be touching these guys. Just one little touch.
It does work
one
all the
slap.
time. He can't. They avoid his touch though.
No, because they take on touches directly. But
Yeah.
I think it's the thing is like
Ooh.
they have enough curse energy to like negate it. You know, it's like
Yeah. That's why he says it's a bad matchup. It's literally.
Who was he
that's why
touched
saying-
directly that he couldn't transmutate?
Nanami
in this-
was
in
one.
this arc.
Okay, in this arc,
Yeah.
Yuji is like he's touched Yuji like multiple times.
He
Yeah.
can't. But he's already explained that if he tries to touch Yuji's soul, Sukuna told him, "Bro, you do this again, I'm gonna fuck you off."
That's true.
It's true.
Bad matchup.
But then also
Everybody
you have
else,
the
he
same
just
thing
can't
with
get his hands
Nanami.
on.
Well, I think it's something like they have to be weakened first. Like they have a strong soul. Maybe it's not really the
And-
curse energy.
And when he did that to Nanami, like he was still a baby with his power. Like he was
Yeah.
still figuring out his powers.
Yeah.
I bet you if that happened again with his powers right now, well, Nanami's already a busted watermelon.
Well, yeah, but that still shows this principle of like having a strong soul, like kind of like counteracts his abilities. Because can you imagine having an ability that's like unbeatable? If you just touching them, it's just
And
over.
like while punching and stuff, like you can't do nothing
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah, I mean
Yeah.
it's a balancing thing. So
No, he's broken. I think the point is he's supposed to be broken.
yeah,
Like-
but he's also like the first major villain. He's not even like the real final villain. Like that's going to be Ghetto or like whatever mastermind's behind him. So like
Brain.
Is it?
probably like do you think Mahito is going to be like
The main villain is
Shigaraki?
Sukuna, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, fair enough.
I think he'd be turned. I hope he turns into a good guy at the end. That'd be my favorite trope.
Yeah.
Hell
He's
no.
just like the Ninetales.
If he turns to a good guy, this show's worse than I already.
My
think it is.
best friend Geto come
I
back
mean,
to life.
there are a lot of comments saying follow Jujutsu Kaisen, but I don't know. I don't read the manga, so
I mean, GG's got a reason for writing all this.
It's true. It's
Who's this guy? Is this the writer you guys are talking about?
yeah,
Yeah,
GG
Yeah,
is his name.
GG.
Oh, okay.
His name's not GG. It's like Geej or something.
It's
Well, his
like
name's like GG.
I mean, this show is just like I said, the fight. I can't even watch the fights anymore. And I tried to like watch Dragon Ball just to try and get like a sense of like what's it look like when like high powered beings are fighting each other. And I like the way Dragon Ball does it because they intertwine it, right? They show moments where
they're like punching
If
each
you're-
other at like
if
ahead,
you're
Tom.
like if you're like if you're like the audience, you can kind of see, or if you're inside the show, like it's hard for you to watch it because these guys are so high powered.
Mhm.
But then they also show the audience the close up so that way you can actually see the real action. This show is all like if I'm in the show watching it and these guys are just moving too fast for me to comprehend. Even the part with Sukuna fighting the Majin monster, like it was just him going through buildings and throwing shit. And the only parts where we could actually see stuff is when Sukuna's standing still when he had his bag of popcorn or whatever, and like that bullshit. Like when they do the little comedy parts,
Mhm.
then we can kind of see what's going on. But besides that, like it's all just a blur. It's
See,
just
I'm
like a
okay if
drink pour.
I'm okay if they're doing that with like Sukuna's parts, because like Sukuna's definitely like end game stuff, right? So like it's okay to show like there's a difference in power, but in stuff like this is a fight where like they're kind of evenly matched. I think it doesn't make sense. Like it doesn't like translate well in like terms of actual fighting. Because I understand what you're saying. That's why I like Dragon Ball fights because they ground it by doing like actual like karate, not karate, yeah, martial arts karate. So like it's stuff we can recognize by like just looking
No,
at.
I'm saying I get what you're saying. I'm saying like because there's parts in Dragon Ball if you watch it
Mm-hmm.
where you can't see anything, right? It's just clashes in the air. So there's nothing really going on. But then they zoom in or they slow it down or however you want to explain it, so that way we can actually see the fighting. In
Yeah.
this, like where do they actually slow it down so you can actually see the fighting?
Oh, you're talking about like close up shots or stuff like that?
Not 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 just close-up shots, like I can't see anything.
Yeah.
I can't see anything. All I see, like literally the only part that I really remember from the fight is Mahito doing his Black Flash, Yoji Toji, whatever the fuck his name, doing his Black Flash, which did nothing, which is crazy. And then the train. That's all I
Yeah.
remember. Everything else was like people running around fast or teleporting or some other bullshit. It's like, yo, you don't have to do that's just too much. It's just way too much. You can actually show some fights. Unless
Mm.
unless we're on strike and we're not actually doing fights for you guys. 'Cause we don't really fuck with you like that, Nappa, and raise our pay and give us vacation days. In which case, stop bitching and get back to work.
Yeah, this is honestly more work too. Like if you did close up shots, there's
Crazy.
less stuff to draw, or like not just close up shots, but like steadier movements. I understand what you're saying. It's very hard to follow. It's just too much that's happening at once. Like
Yeah, I'm not a fan of it. I'm not a
Yeah.
fan of the fighting. I'd honestly, the Mahito, as much as I hate Mekamaru and his whole bullshit, that was the best part of the episode.
because that's
Yeah.
when it slowed down. Actually,
Yay.
Yeah, because I can actually see what's going on.
yeah.
The fight in the first arc of this season, pretty good. Gojo ×2. Geto versus Toji.
Oh,
I think
the,
those
Oh
the
yeah,
prequel?
yeah. Those fights were okay.
they were clear fights.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I can remember Toji's versus Geto's fight. Not Geto. Gojo. Gojo versus Toji's fight really well, and I can remember Toji's fight with Geto as well. But this fight, I also had the same issue. I legit forgot what happened in the fight. I just knew they fought.
I know they both fell and they both jumped in the elevator.
Yeah. I just remember like little glimpses of it. It's nothing like that sticks in my head. Like I imagine by next week, I'll forget about this fight completely. Like what actually happened.
I think it does have to do with the strike or whatever, the conditions, because the lobster was kind of like
Yeah, you could see what was happening during that fight. Yeah.
I think until Toji came. Like Toji came and then maybe like it definitely started getting weird with Sukuna.
Yep.
Hmm.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah. Yeah, I'm ready to call it. This show's mid.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm ready to call it.
All right.
Yeah,
Show is
well,
mid, but you know what's not middle? Ling.
I already know what Mace is gonna title that video next.
Black
Jujutsu
family.
Kaisen is mid. Says Moe.
there you go. It's 3 out of 4
yeah.
people say. Tyson Smith.
I had a bunch of comments on that on the actual just like community post about it. I was like, yo, I just be posting the comments. I don't be making these titles, all right?
Yeah.
But what do you guys think about Spy Family?
Good episode. Great episode.
Nice slice of life episode.
We love
Right.
your. It's
I
like
like. Go ahead.
Anya, let's go scuba diving. No. Mom, Dad, let's go scuba diving. Oh my God, my chest is gonna be revealed. And she's like, oh no, I'm scared of sharks. But then she's like, master plan. I love the back and forth. Just love the back and forth.
Classic Anya.
Yeah,
Anya.
I really like the skeleton thing where she's like, Dad didn't say I can't buy this, and he's like, no, I told you could buy it, you didn't want it.
I clearly said I would buy.
Yeah.
I like that he carried them both at the end. Thought that was cool. He's like, bro, just tell her you love her. Like, just shut up.
It's from
Yeah,
the
like you
mission.
were like as soon as you saw her for the first time, you started blushing. Like, come on, bro, wrap it up.
No, it was for the mission. Okay, it was all for the mission.
Every time I watch this show, I'm like, you guys just need to fight already. And then Mr. and Mrs. Smith get married, like, for real and everything. I'm like watching. I'm like, yo. A lot of times, I like to like for when I do the watch togethers for the draft league, I know all the results of the game because I put them in the doc, and I love to know how they got there. But that's because I know when it's gonna end, right? If I put up a 20-minute video, all right, the video's done in 20 minutes, right? But this, I like to know how they get there. But now I want it to get to the end just so I can be satisfied with the whole like Lloyd Yor thing. And I know
So-
it's not-
I don't want them to
Conspiracy.
get married.
Conspiracy theory.
you don't want them to get married?
Hold on, I want to hear Chip X conspiracy first, and then I'll get into that. Yeah.
You know when like they both went to sleep,
Yes.
and then he was carrying them to the ship.
Yes.
What if that is foreshadowing the death of Yor and Anya, and he's carrying them to like a grave or something?
All right. Counter argument. He's
Counter
carrying them to the ship to signify his friendship with Yor and Anya.
What does that even mean?
I don't know. Something. They both have ship in the name.
Oh,
Yeah.
Shiv. I see.
Yeah. That's the metaphor right there. You're no way they're gonna kill Yor off.
I mean, it seemed like pretty dark. It could not seemed like it could be perceived as dark.
Look, out of the three of them, Lloyd's definitely the one who's going to
Yeah,
die.
he's definitely
It's
he's
Lloyd.
number one.
Yeah, like, Yor's
Wait, what
like
do you
probably
mean number
last.
one?
No, it'd be Anya.
No, Anya's like the last person to die. With
Yeah,
my-
that's what I said. That's
No.
what I mean.
Or sorry,
Which
no,
one is it,
person,
Mace?
second person to die. Yeah. Just like impossible to kill Yor. Impossible. She took a
almost died.
bullet. She took a bullet and she got bruised. That's it.
But she almost died.
Is it
He
Al?
definitely almost died.
Without Anya, she would have died.
Okay.
Rising hope.
That's why in the final arc, when Lloyd and Yor are fighting, Anya's going to step in, die, and then they both they're like, oh no, Anya died. So they become friends that way. And they like,
And then you hear in the background, Anya's not dead. Anya was playing.
you can
Anya
see-
also can read minds. They're fighting each other. Anya's like, Dad, Mom, stop. I can read your minds.
You don't want this.
And then
I
the
actually like
dog.
where Mace was going. That would turn the show up. That would really turn this show up.
See, I was thinking like, okay, Anya dies, and then there's like a half faded picture of her in the sky, and all she says is "shining hope."
Shiny hope.
It's just a smug look on her face too.
I love that look.
It's a good look, yeah.
I don't want to see them get married at the end. Like, I think that's too easy. I think that's the cop out right now
How's that?
for them to get together at the end.
What would be hard? What would be hard?
What would
Wait,
really
wait.
turn this show up?
What, Anya to live through a
Yeah,
divorce, bro?
what would really turn this show up is like one of them dying for sure, and then Lloyd at the end being like, "Yo, mission over. I'm out of here." Like, that would really turn this show up. Like if he abandoned Anya back at the orphanage, then this show. I think this show's a 10 out of 10. But if it's just like, yo, if everything just goes how it's supposed to, and like it just ends up with a loving family, I'm not trying to see that bullshit. I'll be honest.
So you're saying
If that's how it ends, I would kill myself. Like that is that is so
No.
awful.
What Mullet wants is a 10-season show where they're on and off again. It's just like
Nah,
we're watching every
this
week.
could happen in one more season. This could happen next season.
Mo just described like what would happen if there was another writer's strike.
Yeah, he did. He did. That's a good way to say it.
Nah,
Even though
I don't
there's
think
already
y'all
a
see the
manga.
vision. Y'all don't see the vision, man. Look,
He says mission over. I'm done. What?
we did it. We saved the East. Is that who he's trying to save? The East or
He's
something?
trying to
don't
save
even
the
know.
East and the West. He's trying to make
Okay,
sure they
sure.
don't fight.
We saved the South. That's what it should have been.
Right. So he saves whichever side that he's working on. And then he's like, yo, mission successful. Anya, good looking, my G. And then drops her back off at the orphanage and goes on about his life. I think that would turn this show up.
Oh.
You don't think he has to put her down because she knows too much?
I'm done with that too. That'd be
That's
hardcore. That'd be
This is ends with
hardcore.
Lloyd just like as a sociopath, just like killing the entire family. He's like, all right, mission over.
Oh.
And then Yor
if
has to,
he
like, fight.
walks away, he kills everybody. Okay, Mace, I see you. You've been in the writing room.
That's season 4 right there. Yor is actually on the run from Lloyd, and she's protecting Anya from Lloyd. That's the whole thing.
So this sounds like X-Men.
This sounds like Promise Neverland to me, and it already sounds bad.
Yeah.
Lloyd's smarter than that. So first he would have to get rid of the brother, right? 'Cause
Yeah.
if the brother saw anything happen to Yor, he would automatically assume Lloyd did it. So first thing first, get rid of the brother. And Yor is so dense, I don't even think she would even notice.
No, not the death of her brother. I think that'll give her enough time to run away with Anya. It's like, oh, Lloyd just lost it. We have to run away.
Oh, I just found it. Lloyd, death fight, Lloyd and her brother. And then after the death fight, she walks in, Lloyd standing over her dead brother. They have a death fight. And then they kill each other, and Anya's all alone. She's an orphan again. Boom. That's the show.
Then they go back in the past, and she's at the orphanage. She's like, "Who's your parents?" It's like, "They're both dead." And then it starts to cycle over again.
This is the story of how I met your mother.
Wow.
So
I would
so
love
now that you mentioned the brother, I realized that I actually don't like this episode, except for the first half.
Except for the part with the brother, of course.
You don't like him?
He like all the scenes with him. Well, the one scene with him when they're in the it just didn't. I could care less.
That's true. How about the scene where Anya's at school and she's like,
Yeah, I didn't like that
met-
either.
You didn't like her when she was like, I went to a yacht, and everyone's like, yeah, we all done that.
Yeah. Not.
Oh, that was
Remember.
okay.
That was alright.
No.
Cause I get it. Like she's at this rich fancy. I mean, come on, you're at this rich fancy school, and you're like, yeah, I stayed at the bottom of the boat. Oh, okay. Congrats.
Yeah.
Congrats,
Or
poor.
her.
Congrats, poor.
You don't even have a name anymore. We just call you poor.
Damn, poor ya.
Oh, poor yo.
And then she tried to bring up all these different people. Ooh, y'all don't even know. I meant Ball and Sickle Man. Who? You telling me you went to the circus? Hey, shut up. She's talking to us about Rachel. Tell us more about Rachel. Let me hear about that.
I like how they didn't even mention her last name. They just knew who she was.
That's Rachel.
Rachel.
Yeah, Rachel.
It's Rachel. And she took a helicopter to meet Rachel.
Sheesh.
It's like Madonna. Do you know Madonna's last name?
Yep.
I mean,
Come
Isn't it
on.
Madonna?
I don't know Madonna's last name.
Yeah, exactly. You just know her first name.
Wait, it's Madonna?
Is it really
How'd
Madonna?
you
Madonna?
graduate?
Isn't it Madonna?
Is it really Madonna?
No, I doubt it, but I like that. Let's go with that.
I wouldn't
It
be
is
surprised if
Madonna.
Madonna changed her last name to Madonna. Just to be Madonna.
But that is, I mean, you make a good point. That is like a superstar thing, like Beyonce, Drake. Like they just go by one name.
well,
Yeah.
Drake's like not his name.
Taylor. Drake is literally his name, but yeah,
His,
But,
his name's Aubrey.
it's his middle name. But yeah, same difference.
Like a middle. Sure.
I mean, you see that all the time. People change their first name or like remove a name when they go on stage.
I mean, Taylor Swift is not that famous.
Taylor.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're right. She's not that famous.
she's not that famous on the first name, but
Who's the girl?
Miley Cyrus,
Is it
Demi Lovato.
the Mary Jane from Peter Parker, Mary Jane from Spider-Man,
The
the
first
new
one?
Spider-Man.
Oh, Zendaya.
Yeah, Zendaya.
Is
She's
Zendaya.
got
Yeah,
she's got one name.
she
That's
goes
true.
one name.
It's true.
Is that off her
Zendaya.
popularity, or is that just because people just call her by her first name?
It's probably her last name's hard to pronounce or like
Yeah.
unmarketable.
Yeah.
Zendaya.
Yeah, I don't understand why people change their last name.
They get married sometimes, and you know they take the husband's name.
No, like for show business.
I think it's a union thing actually, where if you have someone else who has the same name as you, they can't accept you into the acting union.
That's tough.
I
Yeah,
don't think this is. Oh,
that's true. That's why there's like, say your name was like John Smith, and there's already a John Smith, and then you have to either like go by like John L. Smith, or just change your last name. And then some people decide, hey, I'm just going to change my last name.
It's interesting.
It is.
I'm sure.
okay.
Like it's even true. It's like 90 or 100 years ago. There's like an actor from the like 1920s that had the same name as you. You still have to change your name.
Nah, we ain't doing that.
Yeah.
We ain't doing that. I don't care about that fossil.
You wouldn't call
Like, if I
yourself
was-
Mr. Mo? Mr. Mo?
If I had a son and I feel like and he got famous and I for whatever reason I named him like Bruce Willis, like that's gonna be his name. That's gonna be
That's
his
the new
name.
Bruce Willis.
That's the new
new
Bruce
one.
Willis. Yeah.
Well,
we're
that's his name
we're
now. The
changing
new
his
Bruce
name.
Willis. Everyone calls
No.
him the new Bruce Willis.
No, it's not like a pimp named Slickback. You don't say the whole thing. It's just Bruce Willis.
They just call him the new.
We were actually talking about this earlier. The King of Pop.
Oh, Bad Bunny.
Yeah, no,
Bad Bunny is the king of pop.
no.
Yes. Time
There-
magazine said it.
Like who? Michael Jackson is not dead.
He is dead. He's been dead for
Nah.
years.
Nah.
Bro.
You know
When
something?
when does a human die?
When
I don't
you
know. I
forget.
forgot.
When you
I
forget.
forgot.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Tell him, Joey.
When you forget.
Shit.
Anyways, we're getting very off topic.
That's okay.
Yeah, episode's fine. That's
Episode's
basically
fine.
that's the gist of it.
It was alright. Like I actually was hyping it up a lot, but then it's like, actually,
It was all right.
I mean, like the vacation part was actually really good. Like the back and forth between Anya and Lore or your Anya. What's his name?
Lloyd?
Lloyd.
You got
Anya
it.
and Lloyd. He's like, hey, Dad would be very happy right now, and then like he's like, oh, true, and then he just starts jumping around, and then she's like, man, this guy is lame. That was
Oh,
pretty
she
funny.
said he's a pushover. She didn't call him
pushed
lame.
over. That's on me.
Push over. Push over.
I'm just ready for the twist. That's it.
Every episode has a twist.
No, that's cap.
Good episode. Like I would actually give it a 7 out of 10.
That's a
Yep.
good
Yeah,
episode.
it's
I mean,
Average.
it's a good first half of the episode, and then the rest, like a great first half of the episode, but then second part.
Sorry.
And
And then
what's-
last but not least, Shanghai Frontier.
I enjoyed the singing while the dude was making his stuff. I thought that was really
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, I
Nice.
loved that. I loved like looking how long that song lasted, and be like, man, can I just watch this again? And
Oh,
again
yeah,
and again.
It actually didn't feel terrible. I agree. Like it was actually really cool.
Yeah, I love it when he's like singing spells. Oh, was that necessary?
To enhance the sword.
Yeah.
It would because what it's supposed to do is it lets you the sword remembers the vital spirits, whatever they're called. Sword remembers every fight you had. So it's necessary.
I think he just wanted to pass time. He was striking that hammer for like hours. He just starts singing.
But we got different angles. It's not like we were just staring at him from one angle. So like, at least they were animating it.
Yeah, no. I enjoyed watching it. I was just like when I was watching it, I was like, you can kind of tell he was like playing like a mini game. Like you ever do like crafting in a game?
Yeah, yeah, he's
Yeah,
enjoying,
yeah,
he's
yeah,
enjoying
yeah.
It's
himself.
like a rhythm based game.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's my guy.
that is my guy.
I'm glad he had a good time. That's what
I'm
going
not.
for.
I'm not. Like, come on. Wrap it up.
But you wanted to
Sorry.
watch it again. That's why I like the post credit one. It was just them watching the song again.
Yeah.
Mhm. Either way,
This episode is just weird.
you didn't like it?
No.
Damn.
What was it? They talk about the monster.
Yes.
He learns about it.
Mm-hmm.
He makes a sword, but he's like, "Oh, I can't level
Yeah.
up with a sword. Like, I can't use this." Then he goes to the bar. It's like, "Hey, man, you're late." And he's like, "Hey, my bad.
I was scouting information.
My bad. Family was home. Had I was busy. Guests were over. Got to cook some food.
Family.
And then the bunny is like, "Hey, Bad Bunny comes." I don't know why Bad Bunny's in the anime. But Bad Bunny's in the anime. And then,
Where are you going with this?
I don't know, dude. It just seemed like a whole lot of nothing the whole episode.
Yeah, that's what's been though. That's what the
Yeah.
series has
True.
been.
It's true, yeah.
Hmm.
I don't know. I think this is a series that if you're binge watching it, it would be fine. But just
Watching
it
it weekly, nothing's happening.
yeah, there's there's definitely like a flow of like plot progression, but there's like nothing crazy's happening to where you're like, oh, you have to watch it this week. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I agree. I agree. This is something that I could watch as it's
Which is
happening
the
occasionally.
complete opposite of Jujutsu Kaisen.
Yeah, kind
no,
of.
not at all.
I don't know about that.
No.
Every episode of Jujutsu Kaisen is a fight.
That's not a good
Oh.
thing necessarily. Fights are just nice.
I-
but, like,
I didn't say it was a good thing. I just said that like every episode is a fight. Well, meanwhile, this is like there's like 3 episodes for something to happen, and Jujutsu Kaisen something is happening every time you look at the screen.
I actually prefer this show to Jujutsu Kaisen right now.
I do too.
yeah, like the spider fight last episode. That
Yeah, I
was
enjoyed. I enjoyed him
There's
making
no
fun of
way.
it too.
There's no way.
No, it was really
Yeah.
cool because you always see that on YouTube. You see those like no damage, no items like final boss fights,
Yeah.
and I'm like, okay, this is kind of cool, and it was just a cool concept to watch.
Like I don't get how you fuck up a show with 24 episodes so bad. It's kind of crazy.
I mean, this also has 25 episodes, so it could happen to this one
Shangri-La?
too. Yeah, Shangri-La.
Oh,
Nice.
it's not gonna be 12.
No, it's 25.
That's even that's even better. That's
Yeah,
even
that
better.
is-
Yeah.
yeah.
Wait,
That is
I'm okay
better.
with this world building, man. That's
Yeah.
kind of nice.
Yeah, because
Also,
we're on episode 11, and I guess they're going to have like the mid-season big fight, right? With the Undying Being. What's his name?
the
Weatherman.
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 Like-
Yeah, the
Weatherman.
weatherman.
I make it rain on the terror. The Weatherman. I'm kind of I don't know. Shangri-La's cool. It's definitely I like the plot. I actually like how they set shit up,
yeah,
and I like actually being able to watch the anime. Like it's nice.
yeah. I also like the small touches, like where he was like role playing as his character, just to make sure they don't have like a midlife crisis, realizing they're actually like not real people. There's programs.
Yeah.
You
Well,
should-
I don't think does that matter either way.
Well, no, it was just a nice little touch they just put in. Because imagine if he's like, yeah, none of you guys matter. You're all programs. To all of them, and they're like, what?
What's gonna happen? They're still gonna react the same way, aren't they?
Yeah, I guess they're not programmed to.
Yeah. I
program
mean,
that way, yeah.
it's a game. Like there's still like the speech is built in, isn't it?
Well, no. I think they can say whatever they
You
want.
think it's adaptive?
Yeah, because like otherwise, how is he having conversations with like the bunny girl?
It's
I
it's
don't
straight up
know.
adaptive. It's straight up adaptive.
Yeah, otherwise
Then
they
that-
have like 100 voice lines like
What is
recorded.
this game?
This game is real life.
It's
Okay.
the future.
What is this game?
If you die in the game, the NPCs die in the game. Never forget
pretty
that.
wild.
Yeah.
If you die in the game, you die in the game.
No, the
No,
NPCs die
if the
in the game.
NPCs die in the game, they die in the game for real.
Yeah, come on, man. Which makes sense. Like, of course, if the NPC dies, they can't respawn.
But that doesn't make any sense.
It does.
Well, it's an MMO, right?
It's an MMO.
Yeah, actually, no, you're right.
You
it's
never
like-
played
it's like-
Skyrim
it's like-
and killed a guy by accident? You're like, okay, let's wait for him to respawn, and then like he never respawns.
Yeah, it's like Pokemon, except they fixed that.
I feel. I thought I was gonna compare it to WoW.
I never played WoW. Do you play Wizard 101?
I've never played WoW before. I figured it was kind of like that.
I just wanted to compare it.
Yeah, I've actually not.
It's kind of like
Never
Lethal
played.
Company.
I never played this game in my life.
Mace
but I'll
gets super
make this comparison.
Mace is like finding someone I can talk to someone about WoW.
I've never
Like,
played
nah.
WoW. I played Wizard 101. I just said that.
Wizards 101?
Yeah, you never played
The
that?
Disney show?
Yeah.
They made
No,
a
that's
game?
that's Wizards of Waverly Place, my dude.
No.
No, that's
my
no. That's a Nickelodeon show. Zoe went on.
No,
Oh, they
you never
combined it
seen.
to another game.
You never played Wizard 101? It was like that MMO online wizard thing. You had to collect cards or something.
Oh, you're talking about Wizard 101.
Yeah.
Never played it once. Don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, you're talking about Wizard 101?
No, I'm talking about Toon World.
Oh,
Hold on. The Yu-Gi-Oh card. I know
Yeah.
that.
I know that. You pay
I know
1,000 life
that.
points,
No, that's
I know
also
that,
an
man.
MMO. That's also an MMO.
so you don't pay 1,000 life points.
I mean, yes, you just that's the card effect for a Yu-Gi-Oh card. Yes, you pay 1,000 life points. No, it was the
The
one
Toon decks are pretty
Goofy.
good.
You never seen that where you have to throw pies at people?
I have. Are you talking to me about another MMO?
Yeah, it's
You talking
another
about
MMO. Yeah, you never seen like commercials for it? It's like, don't be a something like be a tune or something like that. I don't
The
know.
only commercials I see for MMOs is the giant goblin that stomps on the dude, and he's like, "Stop, step on me, mistress." Like that's the only ones I see.
I don't know what MMOs you're watching, bro.
I don't know what he watching, but
That's the only one. Or where he's like, "Yo, spit into my mouth." Y'all never seen those MMOs on Twitter? Just me?
I didn't know Twitter has games.
Oh, it's
we
advertising.
got a lot of things. There's advertisement, and there's always community notes. This is not the game.
So you know what I'm talking about.
The
You're
real
just trying to
game's
leave me on the edge. Okay, you know, you just try to ditch me on the edge. Okay.
I don't know what he's talking about though.
No.
This guy knows what I'm saying. He's just like, nah.
Mhm. Either way, I agree with like Moet. I enjoy this one a little bit more than Jujutsu Kaisen right now. Maybe just because I want more from Jujutsu Kaisen, and this one I kind of just satisfies what I want. So I don't know. It's my personal opinion. Sorry, Chimpact.
My personal opinion is that I disagree with exactly.
That's good, man.
Okay.
What do you guys think about Shangri-La? If you even watch it.
That's what we're talking about. That's literally what we're talking about.
I was editing the podcast.
Oh, okay. Thank you everybody for
Wait,
watching. Hope y'all enjoy.
wait, hold on a second. You guys didn't watch Apothecary?
No, of course
No.
not.
I watched Apothecary, yeah.
Think I watched Apothecary?
It's the best show out right now.
It's the best show out
It
right now,
is.
but I haven't watched it.
Bro, we gave you an extra day.
Okay,
He's
give
too
me an
caught
extra
up
day.
in TFT. He's too
Yeah.
caught up in TFT. Can't escape the cycle.
Okay, so here's my TFT story. I was Platinum 1. I was really feeling myself.
Dude.
And then yesterday, December 10th, I went from
Boom,
Plat
eighth,
1,
Boom, 8th, boom, 7th, boom, 8th.
8th, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7. I'm like, what's going on? Like, I'm trying to transition. I got a bunch of money. And like, what's going on? Why am I dying?
Where'd you end up at?
Plat 4. And then today I played, and I haven't lost a single game. So, back
Nobody
to
asked
Plat.
about your wins. We don't want to hear that shit.
Couple wins, couple losses.
We don't want to hear your wins.
Too broke to call it.
Apothecary is really good.
Brother, really
I would
good.
talk about it, but Chipback hasn't watched it, so I'm not gonna spoil it for him.
Appreciate that, big dog.
It sucks too because it was a big episode too.
It
Big
was a
episode.
big episode.
Thick episode.
Well, thank you
Goodbye.
so much.
That's it.
Appreciate everybody watching. Especially you. Bye.
Especially you that is watching.